Welcome to Up Next. The question of who is the most powerful hero or villain in the Marvel Universe has remained airborne. Numerous jokes have started based on that premise because lovers of the Marvel Universe are leading the debate with so many heroes, new and old, it's hard to decide on one character. Quite frankly, it's almost impossible to find a solid answer because every calculation requires context, and the various members, from the comics to the ones who make it to the big screen, are constantly evolving. But still, this debate is inevitable and can also be interesting, since by the time you're done with the list, you'll most likely find out you missed someone important. But then, with careful analysis and time, we can find something that's reasonable. Guys, welcome back to Up Next, and in today's video we made a list of the top 10 most powerful heroes in the MCU. Are you ready? If you are, smash the like and subscribe buttons and let's go! Number 10. Ant-Man. At number 10 we have Ant-Man, and generally speaking, the ability to expand and contract is less threatening, especially when placed side by side with the abilities of ancient aliens and gods. However, once the conversation is about quantum abilities that come with an Ant-Man suit, the issue is totally different. Simply put, it's impossible to call out the limits of Ant-Man's power to travel through time. So, in the same way that Doctor Strange will likely be key in fighting against the complex and mystical threats that the MCU will inevitably face, Ant-Man is likely to be just as crucial. And this is not only because he's one of the most powerful, but also because he's one of the most important. Doctor Strange. Well, really, there's not much introduction to this man's powers. When you really think about it, Doctor Strange does not actually practice magic as per his first solo film back in 2016. However, he does talk enough about his spectacular skill and intelligence that is as powerful as it is. Doctor Strange probably has a degree in performing spells, using magic relics, as well as recalling interdimensional energy, and the latter has all sorts of uses. With that, he can look into the future, open portals, or ensure that important objects are kept out of evil's hands. And do not forget his incredible photographic memory, which means that he's still learning every day about the potential of his gifts. Number 8. Hulk. This green giant really needs no introduction. Big, fast, indestructible, impervious to pain, and so on. But still, he is number 8 because he has been a little slippery. If it was 5 or 6 years ago, this green giant would have fought Thor for the number 1 spot, but he's no longer the same ever since Endgame. Although we do expect he gets better, as we might see his role in the upcoming She-Hulk series. Number 7. Shang-Chi. This here is the new guy on the block, and ranks among MCU's most powerful Avengers. However, I must say that his inclusion is based on his access to the 10 Rings. As you know, the 10 Rings are the incredible ancient telepathy-controlled weapon that empowered the Mandarins to remain for centuries in power. So just imagine combining that with a man who's regarded to be one of the greatest martial artists of all time. What you get is a fictional skill at the level of Earth and otherworldly power that's literally unstoppable. Number 6. Thor. Thor at number 6 might be a little surprising, but the thing is, if this list was made based on just the first half of Avengers Endgame, then he'd have been way higher. But, as you know, his self-esteem definitely suffered a great deal after his initial meeting with Thanos. Still, this man wields the power that brings Asgard together and makes him king, so he still gets to be this high. As you know, Stormbreaker and Mjolnir are two extremely powerful weapons that few in the universe except Thor can use. And as we later learn, this god actually channels his power into those weapons. His lightning powers are completely innate, and together with his strength and endurance, he simply is Thor, the god of thunder. Number 5. Captain Marvel. Well, this character does not look like any other being you know. With her having changed her DNA with a blast of Tesseract energy plus a Kree blood transfusion, at number 5 is a being that's not really human or alien, so we're still marveling at this captain. In case you need proof of her spectacular power, then look no further than her arrival during the Avengers' final battle. Just see how her forces tear apart the weapons on Thanos' ship, and how she single-handedly destroys a vessel that's the size of a city. Her cosmic energy is unmatched, and she is definitely the hero you want when things go wrong. Number 4. Scarlet Witch. So this character started out just doing cool stuff like harnessing energy and causing hallucinations, and then she got to the level of Black Panther, Doctor Strange, and Vision. But then, in the run-up to WandaVision, things get very nasty in the canon. Quite frankly, this woman has a real claim to being Marvel's strongest hero thus. As gifted as all the other heroes on the list are so far, there is currently no one in the franchise with the Scarlet Witch's capacity to distort reality to her exact taste. And also, she probably hasn't even reached her full potential yet. Number 3. Hope Summers. So here is an Omega level mutant who happens to be the first mutant born after the Scarlet Witch democratized about 90% of the mutants in the world. Quite like Rogue, this character has the power to absorb the abilities of other mutants. But then she has like 3 key differences, which are, first, she doesn't have to touch them, the main carrier doesn't have to lose its abilities, and she will retain the power forever. However, like her mother's original version, Hope has something to do with the Phoenix Force, which means her powers are a bit unstable. Also, remember that she actually beat Scarlet Witch in a fight. Number 2. Franklin Richards. At number 2 is the incredible boy Franklin Richards, who's the son of Fantastic Four members Susan Storm and Reed Richards. But this kid is way more powerful than any member of his parents' team. An Omega level mutant, he's often classified as the most powerful mutant in Marvel's entire universe. Franklin is able to change reality and also create pocket universes by just thinking about it. This man even conquered the heavens and is said to have at least powers as great as those masters of the universe. How? Well, let's see. He has the gifts of energy projection, telekinesis, telepathy, time travel, astral projection, and super endurance. Oh, and before I forget, the adult version of this boy actually beat Galactus. What more could you ask for? Number 1. Sentry. Alright, this man at number 1 is an attempt by Canada to create their own Captain America. But then, what we have here is a character that's 100,000 times stronger. How come? Well, after decades of unsuccessful attempts, Robert Reynolds accidentally gets into a lab building and swallows a formula. The repercussions were beyond incredible. This character once split Carnegie in 2, and yes, he beat Thor, She-Hulk, and Captain Marvel. This dude flies at the speed of light and with telepathic power that's far greater than what we know from Professor H. So what else? Oh, Sentry can also resurrect the dead, plus his senses are so sharp that he can hear the sounds of a fly while on the other corner of the world. Well, it wouldn't make for good suspense to have a superhero this powerful, so a Dark Mirror version of him came to existence called The Void. This dark version wreaked havoc until Sentry accepted it as part of himself, and then they merged and guess what? More power! Still, let's not forget that this man does not need water nor food, has no known vulnerabilities, and is essentially an immortal. Did I mention that he defeated Galactus? Yes, he has. So that's it for today's video on Up Next, guys, the top 10 most powerful heroes in the MCU. Please let us know in the comments about any other character you feel should be number 1. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and do the same for the bell icon so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. See you in the next video.